What's up, everyone? Welcome to Ashley Talks Movies, and welcome to my review of One Battle After Another, the latest movie from director Paul Thomas Anderson. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio as Bob Ferguson, a former revolutionary who's living off the grid with his daughter Willa, played by Chase Infiniti, who he had with fellow revolutionary Perfidia Beverly Hills, played by Teyana Taylor. When an enemy from his past, Colonel Stephen Lockjaw, played by Sean Penn, resurfaces, Bob is reluctantly pulled back into the cause, reuniting with some old friends and trying desperately to survive one unexpected situation after another. Before I jump into the review, do me a favor, make sure you subscribe, that way you can keep up with everything I'm posting on the channel, including all of the movie reviews, entertainment news, and more.
This is Bob Ferguson.
I was a part of the French 75.
Bitch, I felt like Tony Montana!
Steve Lockjaw just attacked my home, and I cannot remember, for the life of my only child, the answer to your question.
Maybe you should have studied the rebellion text a little harder.
I need to find my daughter.
Well, then call us back when you have the time.
Did you just...
One Battle After Another is kind of a hard movie to describe because there's just so much going on. It's an action thriller with car chases and gunfights. It has interesting and complex characters, and it has a story that pulls you in and then takes you on a wild ride. Now, the cast is incredibly strong, and they give some of the best performances of the year, starting with Leonardo DiCaprio, who is delivering what I think is probably his funniest and most physically animated performance since 2013's The Wolf of Wall Street. His character Bob, who we first meet as Pat, has pretty much given up the rebel life and is basically spending his time watching old movies and getting stoned. And it was really fun watching him bumble around trying to find his footing when he's pulled back into his old life. But DiCaprio's performance isn't just being silly. He also has to bring the emotions, and he definitely does, especially in the dramatic scenes involving Bob and his daughter. Sean Penn is absolutely maniacal as Lockjaw. His performance is so unnerving at times. This is a character that is cold and calculating, and you can really see it in Penn's facial expressions, and you can hear it in the way he speaks. And it would have been so easy for this character to be too over the top in how he was portrayed, but Penn knows just how to strike the right balance. Chase Infiniti is great as Bob's daughter Willa, and this will probably be considered her breakout role. She's able to bring so much complexity to this character, a teenager who basically gets caught in the middle of all the chaos involving the adults around her, and she's basically forced to face some really hard truths about her past as well as her family. Teyana Taylor is a force as Perfidia Beverly Hills, which is such a cool name. This is a revolutionary whose actions pretty much set the entire story into motion. Unfortunately, her character is underwritten in a way that to me felt like the character was reduced to mostly stereotypes. Now, Taylor is great, and she does a lot with very little. I just wish the movie would have given her more to work with. The rest of the supporting cast is also excellent, including Regina Hall as an old friend of Bob and Perfidia's, who's still very much committed to the cause. And you also have Benicio del Toro as a very resourceful martial arts teacher who comes to Bob's aid in a time of need. One Battle After Another is heavy on the social commentary, tackling things like race and class and opposing ideologies, and all of it feels incredibly relevant. The characters exist in a very politically charged world, and they all believe in the cause that they've sided with, and one of the things the movie does really well is it often uses absurdity to make its points, which at times is very effective. This movie is a thrilling ride with a lively, playful sort of energy. And a lot of that energy comes from all the different series of events that each of these characters face. Some of these events are very over the top and ridiculous, and some of them feel very real. There's so many chase scenes in this movie. People chasing people, car chases, and every single one of them is captivating, including one final chase scene that I thought was so masterfully shot and edited that it had me on the edge of my seat. And this chase scene is a great example of how you can take something that's been done so many times before in action movies and make it feel fresh. Cinematography is also incredible, capturing all of the different settings that the movie takes us through, from these downtown city scenes to stark offices to these dusty desert back roads. Now, as incredible as One Battle After Another is, the movie does have its flaws. It has a pretty hefty runtime and it mostly breezes by, but the middle section really starts to drag, especially with the scenes that start to feel really repetitive. And again, I had a little issue with Tiana Taylor's character, not her performance, just the character and how that character was written. Overall, I thought One Battle After Another was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. It was a ton of fun. It's bold, it's ambitious, and delivers in so many ways. The performances are amazing, the characters are interesting, the story draws you in, and I can confidently say this is one of the best movies I've seen so far this year. So those are my thoughts on One Battle After Another, which is out in theaters right now. Do you plan on seeing it? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe.